Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your sex and relationships videos for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Libra. And just want to say thank you for being patient, guys, because it's taken me a while to get these videos out. These videos take up a lot of time, and I really wanted to prioritize my new finance deck because I was so excited to use it, and so these readings are probably going to be put on the back burner. I'm going to be going back to using my Shadowscapes deck primarily, unless I have a bunch of time set aside for doing the sex and relationship videos. You never know, though. I had a lot of requests for these videos, so I'm going to try my best to set some time aside for them, but it probably is not going to happen every month. It'll probably happen maybe bi-monthly or something like that, where I bring them back. And I am making the disclaimer that these videos they have strong sexual content and erotic images. I am using the Decameron Erotic Tarot deck, okay? And for those of you who don't know, I pretty much take every deck and I make it my own, with my own commentary. And I mean, I quote people all the time in my deck. It's not like I make up every single word. It's just my artistic approach to the interpretation. So anyways, this is for the month of May 2015 for everyone who has their ascendant, sun, or moon in Libra. And I'm just going to roll it out and see what we get. It's interesting because I just finished Virgo and you got a lot of similar cards to Virgo. So you might even be in a relationship with a Virgo, to be honest with you. I actually feel like you may be in a relationship. Libras and Virgos, you may be in a relationship. And I feel like for some of you, it was a serious relationship, because to me, it's almost the exact same reading. Starting off with the foundation of the fetish. I call this the fetish, card. It's a strong sensuality card where the guy is, massaging her foot. And she's just a very sensuous creature, It says someone with the desire to seduce or be seduced slowly and gently, to have a foot fetish or lingerie fetish of some kind. It says to get turned on by caressing, touching. There's a love of massage. The woman can indicate a woman who loves to massage with a happy ending. And a man, it can indicate a man who's very sensual, and the feel of fabric or materials like silk or cotton are exciting, okay? So that's the foundation. That was what's going on in the distant past. And similar, basically all three cards showed up for Virgo as well. And I did shuffle. You guys saw me shuffle. So what's coming up here is, I feel like this is rushing into things, okay, with someone. This is sleeping with someone on the first date, having the fun, like really liking someone and wanting to have fun. But it says a strong sense of playfulness in the bedroom. This is fun times. It says it can indicate sex that is not serious or about commitment. It says be careful to understand what each other wants in a relationship. It says someone wanting just sex because it will be fun. A girl who is not sure where the relationship is going. And it says don't rush someone having sex on the first date or too soon, okay? So there's that. And then this card is what's crossing you. And what's crossing you is, I feel like it's the same couple going through this little relationship. And this is a couple who kind of needs to change things up. Okay, as it says, a man who wants a woman to dominate, at least on occasion, who is bored with the same old positions without much change. There's a need or a want for handcuffs, hand ties, role reversals. It says need for fantasies to become reality. and to have more fun in the bedroom. Sex life currently may have gone stale. Okay, so they're having sex here. Okay, and he's kind of just going, I really like it when she gets on top, so she's getting on top and doing the same old, but maybe it's like it's not what it could be. Okay, it may be that they're in the beginning things were different. In the beginning, it was more exciting and it was more fun, and maybe, the guy didn't want commitment, or maybe the girl didn't want commitment, and they ended up sleeping together anyways, and time has gone on, and maybe they did commit to each other, but they're realizing that this relationship has kind of gone stale. It's not like what it used to be. It's like kind of like a routine where, it's kind of getting the words brushing your teeth. It's just something that you do, and it's not something that's exciting anymore. And then, so it's weird because what you're on track to have is something more exciting. If you want to have something more exciting, and I feel like this is a different person, okay, than this, okay. And it says someone who has an oral fixation. This can be a great kisser, great with tongue, someone who loves breasts, big breasts especially. It says a man who's so overcome with desire, he takes the woman on the kitchen table in the middle of eating. Or by surprise. This is a man who loves a woman who cooks, and to thoroughly enjoy each other, okay? It does also say, the taste of each other is divine. Enjoy. Okay, so to me, this is like the element of surprise. To me, this feels like I feel like your husband or your partner goes out of town and you're home alone and you invite a friend over, and then this friend turns into a friend with benefits. Like he suddenly just like kind of like grabs you and kisses you, and you end up having sex on the table. And it's like one of those kind of unexpected things. I feel like this is kind of unexpected. For some of you, this is just something new. Your other relationship, potentially with this Virgo, because I feel like the same cards were coming up with Virgo. The thing with the Virgo, it kind of just, it's gone stale. Okay, it doesn't have to be a Virgo. It could be any of the signs, but I feel like because it was coming up there, that's why I'm mentioning it. It's just that maybe in the past you had a relationship, or recent past you had a relationship, and it could be also currently your current partner. It's just not there anymore. The excitement's not there anymore. It's just kind of old. It's gotten old, and you're looking for something new. And you could have broken up or not yet. I feel like you will break up because I don't see any of these cards in the future. Okay, this person, I don't see that in the future. So I feel like, and then I feel like you're kind of going to get involved with someone maybe who you shouldn't. There's an element of Libra guys, kind of. You may end up playing the field. This is what's crowning you, and this is, I feel like this is a guy who's in a marriage situation who is tempted by a woman. I feel like there's two situations where there's temptation. Both man and woman, okay, they're both tempted. It's not just the guy, okay? But in this one, I feel like it's the guy more so than the woman. It says a beautiful, voluptuous woman who is very tempting to men, even a man who is married or unavailable, whose intentions are strictly dishonorable, as he wants to look and to play, but will not give up his freedom for a commitment. So, this can also indicate a player, okay? You're in a relationship with a player in the future. You may kind of have a one-night thing with this player. It may be more than a one-night thing. It can be a one-week thing. Libra, guys and or girls, you may get into a relationship with or find someone who's just not that serious. Like they appreciate you, but they don't want to commit to you. They just want to sleep with you. And they're open and honest about that. Like this is someone who is honest about that. So it's one of those things where they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you that they're going to leave their wife. They're going to tell you, no, I'm not going to leave my wife. No, this is how it's going to be. I just want to sleep with you. That's what they're going to say. like they're going to say this is just sex. That's it. And whether you get into it with them is your choice, but know that that's what they're going to tell you. Whereas I feel like this situation is a little bit unexpected. You may go on a new date with this person, or like I said, this is kind of like an element of surprise here, where someone just kind of like you end up like having sex, and it's just like it wasn't expected. And then I feel like you're going to be going through this whole other phase towards the end of May, Libra, where you're not necessarily interested in having a relationship. You're interested in playing around, okay? Maybe having a threesome, maybe dating several people at the same time. This is the desire for play and fun. I mean, as you can see, I think I'll hold it up again. You can see she's just playing around. You know, she's in the middle of a threesome here. It says a relationship that is only about sex or is only meant to be short-lived. The female has no desire to commit or may have to choose between two lovers or suitors. If a man, the desire for play and fun and not being a committed relationship, similar to what I'm reiterating here about this other character here. So to me, you have two cards that are just really about not wanting to commit, just wanting your freedom, not wanting to have anything serious. Potentially because you're in a serious relationship. Maybe you're just getting out of a serious relationship. And you just really want to feel excited about things and see where things go and play around and sleep around and not be tied down. And so then you're going to be going through this, period where you're looking back at the past. This is a card where, and for some of you, you may be sleeping with another person altogether. Okay, to me, this is another person. This is a more aggressive person. So to me, this is an Aries guy. Libra, this is you, Libra ladies. That's kind of how I see it because I keep seeing this guy as being really an Aries guy. And I don't know why. He could be a Taurus. He could also be, it's interesting, he could be a Virgo. And he could be, I feel like he could be also an Aquarius. Aquarius has a very strong, aggressive side sometimes. Capricorn too. This is a man who takes what he wants, who is brave, who goes after the woman he desires. This is a man who will chase you if he wants you, and be careful, he will get you into bed very quickly. Once he does, you will be able to go on for hours, not tire, nor care about anything else. A woman who wants a man to be aggressive, or there's a strong desire for someone that cannot be forgotten. This is old flames that were good in bed haunt you. So yeah, so to me, it's like for a little while, Libra, you may be kind of considering dating an old flame, or you may be considering dating someone who's just wanting to sleep with you, and you may just want to sleep with them. It's totally your call there, but it's one of those things where it feels like you're going to be transitioning into, that's like your transition period into like not dating at all, potentially later down the line. I feel like you're going to get back into work, or you're going to be working, and this is not an erotic image. This is a guy who's sweating, and to me this represents somebody who's working hard. Okay, this is working too much. I feel like you're going to kind of put your nose into the sand of work, and that's it. Your life's going to become more about work. It says to work too much, not enough time or energy for sex, needing to find balance, feeling overworked and underpaid. This is also underserviced. So some of you may not be working too much. You just may be feeling like you're not having enough sex. And chances are you're not, because I feel like you're going through this, I call it a cooling. I feel like you're going to be going into a cooling period, okay? The need for sex still remains. It says, you would rather have sex than work any day. But it's time to take a day off. Your happiness is at stake. There's a young lady, and I'm going to say also young man, could be also young man, waiting for you to come home to fuck them. Okay? So, and I said this before, This card really is more representational about someone who's working like a gazillion hours a day, and there is somebody at home waiting for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean there is. There could be, nobody at home waiting for you, but you're still just working too much and you're not having enough sex. You're not having any sex, basically. You're just going home and you're going to bed and you're passing out. So, here's the thing. Then it kind of just leads to more, I guess, fantasy of not being able to let go of the past, okay? Because we have a death card here. And it's a girl, and you can't really make love to the past. You can't make love to a ghost. It doesn't work, okay? So that's the metaphor. This is not literal, okay? This is, it says to be in love with someone who has passed away, or an ex-lover, an ex-husband. I'm going to add here, ex-lover, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. This is not being ready to move on yet, not getting over it. This is lusting someone who's not in your life any longer, whether they're alive or dead. They're just not in your life any longer. And this is using vibrators or toys to get the job done, okay? And satisfy your needs. This is needing to start fresh in relationships. But instead of the outcome being a whole brand new relationship, the outcome is you not having sex, like avoiding sex or not feeling like you want to have sex. This is a person that's sitting in the middle of the field under the trees reading a book. So this is not having sex for some time. This is to take time off. This is a cooling period to retreat into solitude after a bad breakup. Your sex life lives on in dreams and fantasies, and you're waiting for Mr. and I'm going to add here, Mrs. or Mrs. Right to come along. So it feels like there's just been a lot in the recent past going on in your relationships, Libra. There's always a lot of drama for you, okay? Your current relationship, I feel like it's going to probably most likely come to an end in May, okay? Whether they're a Virgo or not, message me if they are. They could be any of the other signs. It's going to come to an end in May, and then you're going to realize you're going to be like, I don't even really want to have sex with anyone. You're like, I just want to be free. I just want to be single. Maybe for a time you kind of rebound. I feel like you're going to go through a rebound period where you have a breakup with somebody that you were in a relationship for a long time, and you rebound. Maybe you go on some dates, maybe you sleep with them, and maybe you don't. Okay, and then you kind of go into a work period where you're just working and working and working, and or just not dating. Okay, to me, you can be working on I call it working on your life, where, you can be playing golf every single day. I don't know. You could play golf every day, pool every night, whatever, going out with your friends, but you're not dating. So working on your life is actually more like paying bills, doing the laundry, trying to push forward for getting a new, better insurance policy, things like that. That's working on your life. And then I feel like you're just going to come to a point where you just kind of want some alone time and some solitude, and you kind of like your quiet and your solitude, and you may go into that period for a while. I'm getting the number 2. You might be in that for 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, depending on this is a general reading, and normally I don't do timelines, but I'm getting the number 2. I feel like it's going to be about 2 months, but we'll see. I haven't recorded my June videos yet, so I'm going to keep you on the edge of your seat, Libra, waiting to see what happens. For those of you for some of you, you're still going to be in a relationship. Not all of you are going to be single at the end of May, early June. I feel like some of you who have stable relationship, you're going to be in it. But you're going to need to change it up. You're going to need to work on it. Need to work on your sex life. Need to work on having more sex, doing more fun things in bed, whether it's experimenting, like I said, with food, or experimenting with lingerie, whatever it is, you need to change things up. The same old routine isn't really doing it for you now. So it's time to kind of work on that. That's your homework, Libra. Okay, so that's all that I'm getting. I know this is kind of a shorter one, but I think I spoke to the main points. And feel free to message me if you're resonating with this reading, and feel free to email me if you like a private reading. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, all the best to you. Take care.